And we're live. Hi people, welcome back to yet another Making Strings and Chill with me, NUSensei. Yeah, I kind of slept in. I was planning on doing this at around like 10 in the morning here, but I was up to like 3 or 4 like last night doing one more string and just hanging out, and that was probably a mistake. I probably should have done like right now, because I can make 2 strings in like an hour or half an hour easily. But that was a slight mistake there, so a little funny. So I'm not sure exactly why I thought that was a good idea. But welcome back, people. I know people are just coming in right now. Exactly 0 of you because I haven't announced this. Although this was the same time as the previous stream. I'm a little husky, of course, because I spent like hours yesterday just live streaming and casting. So obviously it's not going to be as smooth as what I normally do. But welcome to people. I know people would rather line up and have a nice stream. So I'm not sure what people are doing or what time it is over there. It is 1:48 p.m. here. So what I am planning on doing is to finish my last string, and I'll just let people come in. Hey, Priestess of Kick, welcome back. Yeah, I got some rest, but I'm pretty keen to get this last string done. I still have 1 more string to do, and I've got 3 more short strings, which I can't do right now because the jig I use isn't here. Otherwise, look, I've solved my color problems. I now have the right color. It's pink behind me, which is correct. And I've solved my microphone problem. So welcome back to people. Hi Wayne. Hi Matthew. Bonjour. And hello Jordis. Just as a quick update as of what we've done so far. I've got all my strings lying around back here. So this is what we've got so far. So here we are. I've remade my erroneous string. So I did an incorrect strand count last time, and you guys spotted it, which is fantastic. So I have today Bumblebee. So this is the black string and yellow serving. That is a Bumblebee. Just gonna camera that. So that is Bumblebee. Last combination there. Alright, last night, as in like in midnight or like 2 in the morning, we completed Watermelon V2, which is just watermelon, but I did the correct 12 strand count. And again, 10 strands is okay for a light dacra string, but that is the watermelon. That is a green string with pink serving. Again, very nice combination. We have cheeseburger. That's brown or bronze with the yellow serving. We have Barbie, a nice hot pink with purple serving. It actually is purple, as you can see. I fixed the camera's white balance. And 2 of my favorites that we did. I will pick a favorite, but Night Rose, which is black with red serving. And my favorite of the stream yesterday was Nightshade, which is black and purple serving. So that's our result. So for those who are just tuning in and just not sure why I'm doing this, as I've mentioned earlier, my club was burgled, so we've lost most of our bows. We're replacing all the bows, and I'm making strings. I volunteered to make strings for the bows. Not so much as a cost-cutting thing. I think the cost of buying a string is probably more worthwhile than making it. But yeah, it's more like the fun thing. And originally, it was making fugly strings or freaking ugly strings. But it's turned out to be quite a creative process. So you guys in chat are coming up with the color combinations, and you're also coming up with the names. So it's been really fun making these strings and coming up with really cool names. And what I want to do is use like one of the strings on each bow. So each bow has a unique identity. And look, these streams are really fun because you guys come up with really cool ideas, and I might actually remake some of the strings for the current bows because they're all pink right now, or they're all white perhaps. So if I have time, and I do have time, I might do more of these streams where we can hang out, have a chat, make strings, come up with really cool names, and that way every bow has a unique name, every bow has a unique personality. And that means people who come to the club and they have a bow, it's like sometimes you have like a favorite bow, right? But when every bow looks the same, it's really hard to have like a connection, right? So my idea is to use uniquely colored strings. Sorry, because at lunch, is to use uniquely colored strings to have each bow with a unique identity. So that way people come back and say, oh, I want to use Nightshade, or I want to use Barbie or Cheeseburger. So it's a fun thing, and I think it's a nice idea for a club. If you have someone who can make custom strings, then it's a fun thing. And Dacron's cheap. If I'm doing this with like 8125G, the more modern materials, then it's quite an expensive endeavor. It's not worth it. But if someone has the time and patience to make custom strings for club bows, I reckon it'd be a fun thing to do. Now, on a side note, what I had been thinking about in the last stream, for those who missed it, is potentially doing a charity live stream. I'm thinking it's called Strings for Things, and the idea is that we build a custom string with your input. So you pick the color, you pick the name, and we might sell it or auction it to somebody, and then the proceeds go to a hospital or something, and they can buy new equipment or something. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of. It's a big project. I'm not sure if I've got it in me. I had to set up to do so. Like everything's already set up, microphone, camera, jig. It's a very unique thing. I'm not sure how many people might be interested in that. But it's something which, if I have enough time to burn and strings to make, then we can do that. And that way you have a unique string for yourself, and it's something which, you know, probably no one's done before. I'm sure we can get, like, you know, something out there. It doesn't matter how much it is, how much you choose to spend, but I'm sure there'll be some interest in doing so. So yeah, that's the update on the strings. Again, just while people are piling in, the other thing which I am going to train today. So I'm not going to live stream that because I'm at the range. But the other thing which is on my mind is that I was just linked a video from Shadiversity, who is mostly known for doing swords and history, and he did a video comparing historical and modern archery. Man, that's worth checking out. I actually find it hard to watch his videos because I like a lot of clean structure in my videos, and he tends to ramble on for quite a bit. It's his style, people love that, but I find it hard to follow. But there was a lot of things. It's an interesting video. But I actually find it hard to watch for more than like 2 minutes at a time because I don't think it comes from an area of expertise which can talk about archery authoritatively. So it feels like someone who knows something about archery is trying to tell me what I already know about archery, and it's actually quite obnoxious. Not in a bad way, just the way he presents doesn't really appeal to me. So I plan to do one of those, you know, much love response videos, and I think he's okay actually. Like what he said was good, but there are some glaring omissions and other things. So that's something I want to talk about eventually. Hey Jono, it's funny, but like I had this is a more complex response because Lars Anderson, this is another Lars rant, right? I find that Lars makes several large assumptions, which explains his train of thought. So I could follow kind of what he was going towards and what he was trying to convince. Shadiversity is a lot more like shotgunny, so he spreads a lot of information. A lot of it is correct, but a lot of it is not quite correct, and the amount of not quite correct statements builds up, and it creates this image of kind of false knowledge, which it's kind of like a reverse engineered approach. So instead of giving us a nice constructive narrative, it's something which is like kind of scattered everywhere. But that's something I'll plan to do later today. Unfortunately, my main PC is currently locked down. We had a botched Windows update. It was stuck at 100%, and it was stuck there for several minutes, so I restarted it, which was a bad idea, and now it's trying to restore it, and apparently it takes like half an hour to restore it, so it's stuck on that screen. I can't do much about it. Anyway, it's been 10 minutes since I started the stream, and I haven't made a single string yet. I can make a string in like 10 minutes. But yeah, no, it's a chill session, and we've got a pretty small audience today, so I don't really expect a whole lot going on. But let's start our stream. This might be a short stream because I have one more stream to make, and I want to start working on my other video. So let's go through our color options now that we have everything set up. So here we go. In full color, we have black, we have pink, white, green, blue, and brown, or bronze, with the servings of purple, pink serving, blue serving, black serving, green serving, and we also have yellow and white, should that be considered. So, what are our things? Was I talking about Shad? Yes, I was, Wayne. I just missed it. Shadowversely released a video comparing modern and historical archery, which is interesting. But I actually found it hard to watch. I'm planning to do a response video. Not to call him out, I think he did a good job of doing a very general talk about archery, because of course he's done like one video on archery and like 1,000 on swords, whereas I've done like one on swords and 1,000 on archery. So it's the reverse thing. So I don't expect a lot of detail, but it was a bit too simplistic and kind of misleading some people. I think a lot of people might be interested in seeing like I fill in the gaps, so not to like criticize him and take him down, but there are things that he missed, especially the thumb draw. That's a very glaring omission. So I'm planning on doing that. So here we go. Back to our voting. Now people are shouting black. I have already made 2 black strings. We can make more black, but what can we do? Let's do some ideas here. Let's do some ideas. White, green and purple for poison ivy. That's not a bad idea. That's a pretty funky combination. Again, I think it's one of those like 80s aerobics uniforms compilations. White string, purple serving. It's not bad. White and bronze or bust. White and bronze. Oh, okay. So we could do white and bronze. Well, I'm not sure why we'll do that. Then what's the appeal of that? And give me a good name as well. If you have a good slavery, if you give me a good name, that'll work nicely. What do we have? So blue string green serving. That's that combination. I've done white and bronze and white already. It actually isn't as good as what you might think it is. I've actually done it for my current bow, or one of my current bows. Yeah, white servings do get dirty fast. My current recurve string for my NUSensei XT is white. It's a black string with white serving. Again, most people have white strings with a dark serving. I reversed it, and it looks really cool because my bow is black with white limbs, so it matched the bow really nicely. But white serving does get dirty, but you don't care about it. Like, the string isn't the most important part of the bow. Bronze string and purple serving. What do you think about that? Blue and white, as in blue string, white serving. Hey, that's actually not a bad idea. That's a bit. I haven't used the blue one yet, so possibly. What do you think about that? Blue and white. So for the current combinations, let's put my coffee away. So I think the 2 top choices right now would be bronze and purple, and blue and white. What do you think, chat? It's one of these 2. Yeah, black and white's very basic, I agree. I used to shoot a pink and black string. I've done it before. Some of my videos from, I think, 3 years ago, had the pink and black. Because what people did, people ordered, because when I made the charity strings, the club members ordered pink string. So I had the 8125G fast flight material, and what people did was originally it was meant to be pink string, pink serving, but then people started being fancy. They wanted pink string, black serving, and one of the guys in the club was a really clever guy. He wanted a really good bow, a string, so he went for a pink string, a pink and black string with black serving. So it was a striped string, and it was bloody beautiful. I've got a very similar one here, I think. Yes. So this is one I made as a custom option. So this is, and unfortunately, like this is still brand new. Like no one's used it yet. So this is what it looks like. So this is pink and black. All right, that's a really nice. It's not really twisted, but you can see the pink and black there. Yep. So that's pink and black. Now what I did at the time, I was using a 3-color string, because 3 colors are the epitome of string design. I was using a black, white, and red string, and that looked really awesome. So for the charity drive, I made myself a pink, white, and pink, white, and black. Yeah, so it was 3 color. So before it was red, white, and black. I changed to pink, white, and black. So I still had my color scheme, and it looked amazing. But I've done it already, so I'm not going to do it for the club bows, but I have made a pink and black string, and I have used it on my bow. Not sure how long I used it for, which videos have it, but that was the case. Where was I? Yeah, so we are picking between bronze and purple, or blue and white. So let's vote, chat. Which one should we do? Bronze, purple, blue, white. And we'll pick names later. Let's pick colors. Go over chat. Let's go for a vote. Type away. What should we do? I see one vote for blue and white. Blue, white. So we've got 3 for blue, white, 2 for bronze, purple, 4 for blue, white, 5 blue, white. I think this is winning so far. Yep. I think blue, white's gonna be epic. We've got a few bronze, purple votes. I think blue, white has majority right now. Yep, I think we do. Yeah, blue, white wins. We've got it. Okay, so we're gonna make a blue and white string. Awesome. Now, next step, name. Someone mentioned Arctic before. That's a nice name, Arctic, or Antarctic. The Arctic sounds cooler because Antarctic is too many syllables. So what should we call it? I'll start setting up because we normally spend more time talking about names and colors than actually making strings. But this will be my last string of the day, or the last string of the stream, the first and last. I've got enough serving, yep. So let's talk about names. So what should we call it? Arctic Frost. Hey, Frost is not bad. Arctic's good. Arctic Frost. A bit too much for a club bow, I think. I mean, one or the other, perhaps. No, the Frosty. Think of a name for me while I'm making this. I'm gonna make sure I've got the measurements right for this one. Where's my? Here it is. So I want to make sure I've got exactly 160.2 centimeters or thereabouts. This is a 66-inch string, which is actually 63 inches. And I have a habit of making strings that are too short for reasons. And I'm actually way too short here, so let's loosen that. Oops. Okay, that should be okay. Alright, your job is to think of a name for this blue string with white servings. How about Blizzard? I know a lot of you are thinking of like all these icy names because it's winter up there, but it's like summer down here, guys. So like cool names don't really appeal to me. But I think the blue and white would match a good, cool name. Winter Chill. Finland. Now Finland would be like white string of blue serving. And if I did this, that'd be Finland, right? That'd be much more like Finland. Which is a cool combination actually. The blue serve looks really nice. Be careful, like serving everywhere. Isn't there? So we're gonna go for blue string white serving. Sea foam. Kenway blue. That's not a bad one. Unfortunately, most people at the club won't get it. Sea foam. No, we call it frosties. So we've got Arctic. We've got sea foam, winter chill. I like Blizzard at the moment. What do you think about Blizzard? Vote for Blizzard, people. But of course, once we Pacific, the one Bluebell. Bluebell's nice. We get a lot of females at the club, and they kind of, you know, it might have more of that attraction. Let's see. I mean, once we start making it, we'll get a better idea as what it looks like. So we might have a better name coming up. I'm liking Blizzard right now. Diamond? What's that one? Yeah, Diamond. Mountain Goat Blue. I haven't played Overwatch, actually. I don't really want to. It's too mainstream for me now. It's not really my kind of game. I never got into Team Fortress. And Overwatch isn't really my thing either. Although, I do want to play, just to get Hanzo. Because I want to do Overwatch for one of my Pop Shot episodes. Man, I sound husky. I think I'm going to take a break from this live stream thing. To talk way too much. And I would ask for suggestions for pop shots, but I've already got a few ideas. I'm covering Far Cry Primal right now. After that, I want to do the Hunter, Call of the Wild, and then perhaps Shogun 2, Mountain Blade, Warband, and Age of Empires 2. Not in that order, but those are the things which I want to do. How many strands have I done? It's only 3. Okay, I want 6 passes for 12 strands. And look, this has been fun, honestly. I'm not sure if you want to watch me and like make strings all day, but it actually has been really fun making strings and coming up with names. That's 5, right? 1, 2. Yep, one more to go. It's funny how easy it is to lose count. It's so relaxing, you don't pay attention. And this is probably the part which requires the most attention, is to count these damn strands. I can count up to 6, guys. It's like sometimes you just don't think about it. I'm surprised when they're good. Very consistent tension there. We'll stretch it out a bit more a bit later. Okay, it's temporarily tied off. Cut. It's funny how like people just say like, oh, you're using your jig wrong. Hey, it works, okay? I don't care if I'm using it wrong. It doesn't come in instructions. So whatever works, I'll use. Make it easy to make strings which look fine and function perfectly without worrying about exactly how to use the jig. Because every jig's slightly different. Alright, let's add some length. I want this one to be a bit tense. But we'll get that. Okay, should be good enough. And we're making white circles for this one. So, where are we at, chat? What are we doing? Blue Velvet's not a bad name. Yeah, the Hunter. No, I've been playing that a lot recently. No, I haven't. I started playing it, when I was distracted by making the other episodes. But the Hunter is actually a really nice game. I didn't play the Hunter Classic, although the Hunter Classic does have recurve bows, so I might cover that separately. But I have the Hunter Call of the Wild, and that's actually a really relaxing game. I'm not a hunter personally, but the game I think is a really well designed game. And props to developers. They really put a lot of effort into making the game. The atmosphere and environment is really good. The gameplay is good too. And the idea where you have integrity, so you can't just shoot like the biggest possible caliber bullet and it's kill everything. Otherwise, it ruins the integrity of the animal. And if you shoot a gun that is too weak, you can't bring down an animal in one shot. So I think they've done a really good job of making, firstly, like a good environment and atmosphere, but also making a game which has good gameplay mechanics. So you have progression. It's not frustrating to play when you start. You know, when you have your perks and skills. You know, it's like the idea of advancing as a character. It's obviously a game thing, right? But at the same time, it doesn't really punish you. It just rewards you, and I think that's a very good balanced gameplay design. Yeah, I think called the Hunter. So it's an old series, but the newer game called the Wild is actually a really fun game. It's relaxing, the sort of thing that you want to play to chill rather than seriously. Because you know, I'm playing Far Cry Primal right now, right? I'm replaying it, and Far Cry Primal is serious. Like you want like speed running, like to kill things quickly. Whereas the Hunt is kind of like, you know, if you don't kill something, that doesn't matter. It's just a nice walk in the woods. But when you do, it feels good because you can game and also I'm doing that. And there are some people who played really well. Alright, that turned out nicely. This is a nice color combination. So when we finish the string, I'll get some names. A little careless there, I could have cut the whole string. Whoops. That's okay. Nothing bad happened. So let's bring it over. This is a small loop, remember that? So it's not going to be that big. And by the way, I'm going to start scripting my response to Chatterversary like right afterwards, okay? So if anyone's seen his video on archery, let me know what you think. Because I've got a lot of ideas. But I wouldn't mind some other insight for those who want to add. Oh, this is really nice. The attention's just right on this string. The other one's a little slack. This one's just right, so it's coming in really nicely. Because when you have the right tension on the string, serving becomes a lot smoother. And this might be the best string yet. If it's too slack, it bounces around a lot. You don't get a clean serving. That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Alright, that's our in loop. Looking good. Very good, people. Where's my lighter? Where's my lighter? Hi chat, sorry, I'm just gonna find my lighter first. Yeah. Lighter. I was using it last night, right? Not too important, but oh, there it is right in front of me. Of course it is. Alright, first loop. Again, like last time, I'm not going to turn the second arm because the jig's well placed on my bench or desk. So I'm just going to reverse the string instead. That's just the same thing. You don't lose anything there. Looking good. So we'll place it on the end. Turn it here, get it over the other arm, and push it back. I've got great tension here. Oh yeah. This is probably the best string of the lot. The tension is just perfect. What's chat doing, people? Talk about Overwatch, are we? Alright. Breaks over, we'll keep on going. Sky Diamond, that's not a bad name. I know it's a bit pretentious though, right? Sky Diamond. I don't think it has the same catch. Sky Diamond. A bit too much tension, but that's fine. The thing with having high tension on the string, apart from being the right way of doing it, it's a lot easier to spin the jig around. It's funny because a lot of people start off doing this, they pass it around this way. That can be quite fast as well. But you know, I've always done it this way. A lot of people have trouble doing this because it's mostly about timing. Because you need to tap it every spin, otherwise it will stop. And a lot of people don't have that inherent timing. It's kind of like when you play music, there's a certain rhythm you have, or a certain beat. And if you don't have it, it's really hard to like listen to music or play music. I'll do a bit more actually. Didn't quite make it all the way. Alright. There we go, perfect. That lines up. The loop is just the right size too. Oh man, we've made the perfect loops for our last stream. Alright, spin to win. It's a really nice day today outside. It's around 20 odd degrees. Cool breeze. Great for training, and I plan to go a bit later. Got someone who wants to do a state championship with me. So we'll be doing some preparation for that. Which is why I'm taking a break from the other shooting, the trad and the Asian shooting. I want to focus more on the main style that I shoot. I still find it kind of funny that like, you know, most art channels are either compound or traditional. That I'm still the only one to cover Olympic in detail, and yet like it's not the style I like the most. I like trad the most, but it's my primary discipline. So yeah, having cross-discipline expertise is pretty good. Oops. Oh yes, I'm streaming on 720p right now. I normally do 1080 for my streams, but I'm doing 720 on the laptop just in case. But 720 is more than enough for this sort of thing. It's a bit easy to process as well. And my first stream was 480. I think most people were okay with that. Didn't realize it was 480. Because I didn't have my OBS set correctly for the stream, for this laptop. Because I normally stream for my PC. Which I hope is fixed now, because it was doing some Windows update crap before. What are people talking about? Shooting bear bow? Shooting bear bow is not hard. I mean, I really think shooting bear bow is easy. Hidden target can be challenging. Once you know what to aim for, it's actually alright. Yeah, Priestess is right. Like, in my opinion, shooting bear bow is a lot easier. The stuff you get on an Olympic recurve isn't a crutch. It actually gets in the way. Things like stabilizers, the clicker will really piss you off. The sights, you know, like if you can shoot well without sights, you don't need sights. But yeah, I honestly do find bear bow easier to shoot than recurve. That said, shooting freestyle recurve, if you're a good shooter, will make you shoot better. But it isn't a crutch. Ivory. This one? I don't know. Ivory is white. Is this an ivory? This would be a strange thing to call ivory. It's kind of like, imagine I'm calling this Firestorm. It didn't work very well. So we're about to complete our 7th and last string. And we need a name. My favourite name so far is Blizzard. As soon as we finish this, we'll call a vote. What are we going to call this string? Insert rock music. This looks really cool, by the way. I was watching my own stream when I was finished. I was watching this part. This is like my favourite part of the whole stream. It looks so badass. This is the side of string making you don't normally see. The same thing about rhythm, right? I tried teaching people this method, but they struggled bad. This is like they had a hard time doing this and just spinning it. I'm not trying to show off anything, but like it's when you have rhythm, a lot of things become easier because you think in rhythm, you do things in rhythm, and that sort of thing requires rhythm. Otherwise, you can't keep the spin. So I learned it pretty quickly when I started doing it. Like my coach showed it, but my coach couldn't do it. So when I tried it, I figured out right away. It wasn't that hard. And a lot of fun. And effective too. It's much more consistent than doing it manually. Well, it is manual, but you know, doing the whole thing by hand. Because like you start and stop and you do it by hand. Whereas that one, it's one consistent spin all the way through. So you get a very good center serving that way. A bit more advanced. Not essential, but a good effect. Alright, we'll wax it and then we're basically done. I find with instinctive shooting, when I do it, like obviously I only practice at close range right now, but I can shoot up to like 20-30 meters. It's a lot of it's just repetition, right? It's not about being pinpoint accurate. Archery, a lot of people see archery as you've got to hit target the first shot, like marksman style. When you're hunting, that's obviously really important. But in terms of target shooting, it's not about precision, but more about consistency. And by reducing the variables, that is knowing where to aim, because that's the biggest variable for bare bow. In most archery, it's actually your execution and your release. But when you're shooting bare bow, for beginners, it's the sight picture. That's the biggest variable. By minimizing that, you should be able to group tighter and tighter. And when you know exactly where to aim, then it all comes down to execution. So you isolate the problem. That's why when I do the bow reviews for the bare bows, even the freestyle bows, I don't really go far. I mean, my space I have is like 10 meters, right? But it's like, I know I can get a grouping with the arrows touch at 10 meters. So I think, to me, that's a good indication of a bow's ability or capability. If I can group tightly at 10 meters with a bow, then I can group tightly at 20 meters if I had to practice. There's no point in me demonstrating bad shooting with a bow and part of a review, because you want to see what the bow can do, not what the archer can do. So I'm not showing off what I can do. So it's like an adequate level of competency or skill to illustrate the supposed strengths and weaknesses of the bow, rather than shooting like a random grouping with random arrows and then saying the bow's okay, because that's not really a fair indication. And I do find a lot of archery reviews, it's kind of funny because they just showcase things like bow cases or risers. They don't really show it being used. Some people do. People like Archery Supplies. They do. Stephen Hahn from Archery Supplies. But a lot of people just like show the bow, never shoot very well, and it's kind of like another very a lot of people. Well, we know that it's the person, not the bow, but people who buy think the bow represents accuracy, which is not quite true. It's the user. So that is our blue string and white serving. It's a beautiful, beautiful color combination. Waxed up, smells beautiful too. I'm using the ocean scented wax. And that is our blue and white string. So, chat, what are we going to name this? I vote for Blizzard. Chat, let's vote. What are we calling this? I'm calling it Blizzard. Bluebell, we've got Bluebell as a name. I like Bluebell. Deep blue. It's not bad. I reckon if it's deep blue, I want more dark, because I want like a black or purple for deep blue. So I've got Blizzard, Bluebell. Blue steel is for a nice name, not bad. I reckon if I had silver, we'd call it blue steel. Cobalt? Oh, Cobalt's not a bad one. Firestorm for irony. Oh man, if we had all this like reverse like names, it'd be hilarious. Firestorm. I personally like Blizzard. Cobalt is another favorite, and I am liking. This is one more I had before. Blizzard would be like a yeah, white string, blue serving. True. Bluebell. I'm leaning towards the blue. Cobalt or Bluebell. All right, let's drop Blizzard. Okay, so I think as much as I love Blizzard, that's a cool name. Let's think of a name. So I'm gonna go. I don't want Blue Steel. Blue Steel doesn't sound good on a bow anymore. Let's go for. I am leaning to Cobalt. Is a great name. It's very marketable. It's one of the Wrigley's 5 chewing gum flavors. I love Cobalt as a flavor. It's a very cool thing to market. So, either Cobalt or Bluebell. And if I was I'm not called Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet's a nice name, but remember, I'm handing bows out, right? So if this is on a bow and I give it to somebody, what would sound great? Here you can have cobalt, or here you can have bluebell. I'm leaning towards bluebell. What do you think, chat? Cobalt? Let's vote cobalt or bluebell. Type it in. Cobalt or bluebell? Billy, the blue Power Ranger. Oh yes. Bluebell is more girl friendly. That is true. It's kind of like we have like it's archery is very attractive to females. I'm definitely want to hand to the audience because the women are underrepresented in archery. That is true. And I don't think Barbie is a necessarily great girls appeal, but I've got all these really cool names. I think I mean I reckon a lot of the like stereotypical girls would love the Barbie, the watermelon, and the bluebell. And I reckon some of the edgier ones went with a nightshade or night rose. How does bluebell remind you of ice cream? Blue Heaven. Are there any Aussies out there right now? Right, Blue Heaven. For those that don't know, Blue Heaven is a flavour that is very popular in Australia, possibly in the UK, I think. If you know what I'm talking about, please say so. Right, Blue Heaven. It's a milkshake flavour. It's actually I think vanilla and raspberry with blue dye, so it's called a Blue Heaven. Gay time. Blue Heaven. I mean, this is not a boy. This kind of Blue Heaven. If I had like a lighter blue, like rather than white, if I had a lighter blue serving, I might call it Blue Heaven. Yeah, Thai fish. You know what I'm talking about, yeah? Blue Heaven, love the Blue Heavens. Like recently 7-Eleven had a special limited edition Blue Heaven oak flavored milk. Love that. Blue Heaven is really nice. I haven't heard of bluebell. But imagine me giving you a bow. So imagine if you named the bows after flavors, right? So we have strawberry, banana, chocolate, vanilla, and Blue Heaven. On lime as well. I'm not sure. You live in America, I'm speaking gibberish. Sorry, Ivan. I will keep on speaking more gibberish for you Americans. Are you ready? Free healthcare. Alright, so I'm leaning towards bluebell. Coconut cucumber. we're gonna make coconut cucumber on a string. That's so cool. These could be like the charity strings. Just name them like the requirement for the charity string is you have to call it by the name I give it to you, right? So if you call it cucumbers, was it coconut cucumber? You've got to do that. All right. So let's get a let's get consensus. All right. Vote yes for bluebell. Bluebell is my favorite right now. Not blue balls, bluebell. Spelling matters. Lamington. You are an Aussie. You are an Aussie, Lamington. What would Lamington be? Alright, how should you make a Lamington? Alright, I imagine it'd be... Yeah, because it's obviously chocolate coated with sponge cake and jam, right? So if I were to do a cross section, it would be like black or brown on the outside. Well, it has to be a very dark color. It might be black, followed by like a white, followed by a red middle serving. But it doesn't really have a Lamington kind of thing. It would have to be like, I have to like sprinkle like coconut flakes over to make a Lamington. Blue Lightning. Blue. Oh, okay. We got the contender. Light blue lightning. There's Bluebell and Blue Lightning. 2:36, by the way. I'm on the East Coast. Bluebell or Blue Lightning. Let's have a vote, guys. Bluebell or Blue Lightning. Coat the string glitter wax. That's great. We should we should cover our bows in glitter, because glitter's everywhere, and there have been crime cases which have been solved by glitter, because glitter goes everywhere. I have made a red, white, and blue string. It actually turns out really nice. Now, it was actually a Puerto Rican string, because one of my archery friends is Puerto Rican, or from Puerto Rico, and it turned out beautiful. I'll say this, right? Making the blue, it was a red and white string, red end loops, and blue center serving. It felt so patriotic. It was the color of freedom. Icebreaker. Icebreaker. Whoa, we got some new names. So, Bluebell, Blue Lightning, Icebreaker. It seems Blue Lightning is winning. I personally like Bluebell, but Blue Lightning is edgy. Because we have like Night Rose, Nightshade, Watermelon, and Blue Lightning. Icebreaker is a milkshake. Actually, we have break iced coffee here. We don't have an ice break. I mean, we've got Barbie for crying out loud, so I don't think our copyright's going to be the problem here. If I sold it, that'd be a problem. But ice break, you know, being serious though, right? You can't sue someone for that, because just if it's a copyright infringement, if it infringes not only the copyright, but also it infringes on the market. I'm not sure with legalese, but you have to kind of take away from the market of the original owner. So if I make a drink, so if it is ice break, and I call it broken ice, then that's probably going to get me sued for similarity. But if I make a string color called ice break, that's nothing to do with the drink called ice break. So I don't think that would be grounds for a case. Kind of curious there. No, I'm not gonna Jack Frost. Jack Frost doesn't exist here as a thing in Australia. Jack Frost isn't a thing, and Snow isn't a thing either. Calling these like snow names. What's snow? All this white stuff on the ground. You see how like the Eskimos have like 30 words for snow. We have like none. Teach you more about law. I recommend you check out Leonard French. Everyone's favorite copyright attorney. Very good guy on YouTube. We haven't thought of a Blu-ray. Blu-ray. Should call it Blu-ray. All right, we got Bluebell, Blue Lightning. How about Blu-ray? That's how cheesy to you, Blu-ray. Frostbite. Frostbite's edgy. Blu-ray. Blu-ray. All right, let's get some official things right. Let's shortlist the names. So Blue Lightning was very popular. So let's do this. We got Blue Lightning. We have Bluebell. We have Frostbite and Blu-ray. So of those 4 names, what should we do? No more new names. I think people come with better names now, but let's stop there. So Blue Lightning, Bluebell, Frostbite, or Blu-ray. Vote. clean up while we're waiting. Oh, Blu-ray's winning. What color is it? It is blue with white serving. So we've got, it seems we've got 1 vote for Bluebell and like 20 for Blu-ray. Who said Blu-ray, by the way? That's a great random suggestion. I missed your name. It was you. Just shouted out. We actually could call a string Blu-ray. Yeah, Blu-ray's winning, right? Typhus, yes, thank you, Typhus. You're a genius. I love quirky creativity because that's what makes things go around, really. Money too, but quirky creativity. Frostbite is red and black. That is true. Frostbite's a cool name, but Blu-ray. All right, I think Blu-ray wins. Of the people who voted, and actually most of you, more than most African elections. Blu-ray. There we go with that. So remember, I'm gonna put it on a bow, a club bow, and when we hand it to somebody, we'll say, "Here's Blu-ray." Yeah, with an E, Blu-ray. Do we have copper color string? Yeah, bronze. The Dacron I have is a bronze color. That's the closest I have to copper color. I also have silver, 8125G, and this really nice gold one. I bought this for no reason. I've never used it, but that's a nice gold color. All right, we go for Blu-ray. There we go. So that's our 7 strings. So we needed 7 club strings for 66-inch bows, and we have our 7. So let's go through and officially go through what we made together. I made it, but you named it. So here is Night Rose, and here we have Barbie. Cheeseburger. Let me sort this up better. Got it tangled up now. Nightshade. That's the black and purple one. Nightshade. But everyone's favourite, watermelon. Bumblebee. And finally, Blu-ray. And I think once we get the club bows get in and strung and set up, I want to make a video where I shoot all the bows. For one reason. One reason is to basically thank you guys for naming the strings and showing how every bow has a unique name identity now. And also, if someone to break in and steal them, that would be an absolute dick. That's it. I'll look like an Asian. Really? What gives you that impression? Is it because I'm good at math? I need to secure this. What I can do is use some of my spare thread to tie together. Yeah. Because normally you would, if you sold this, you would put it into some kind of plastic wallet, which I don't have right now. So what I'll do, I'll just tie it with spare thread, and I'll keep it together. That's one way you can reuse the cutouts for thread. Tie a knot there. Little cheeky. There we go. Oops. Don't have that much thread. There we go. That's a little that won't hold at all. That's just fall off. It's only temporary though. Make a little bow knot. At least that way I won't like get tangled with the others, because we have so many strands. It's easy to get them mixed up. So that's our. That looks pretty nice actually. That's our Blu-ray. You can store it in a Blu-ray case. Typhus, you're killing it right now. Oh yeah. I look less Asian before my colour was off. Yeah, that's true. I'm actually yellow in real life. You know, actually, I find it funny how like Asians are yellow. Like when you look at most Asians, we don't look that yellow. Most of us are either like really white or really dark tanned. Narrow tubes isn't a bad idea. I actually don't. But remember, these are club strings, so we don't actually stuff in the bag and put on the bow. They won't be taken off for convenience sake. So this is temporarily until I get the bows onto the into the club. I'm not leaving the club though, because who knows, we'll get burgled again. And that's still my precious strings, which are now world famous. It does depend on the region as well. I find people in the more like the rural mountain areas are more darker, as people who are more urban have that lighter skin. And the Asian perceptions of beauty are very strange sometimes. Like in Western society, like the dark tan skin is more attractive, but in Eastern societies, like Asian societies, like the fair white skin is beautiful. Hence why you see a lot of plastic surgery with people having like nose jobs, have small noses, and have like basic bleached skin. It's interesting. It's 39 people now, but it might be 1,000 later on. Alright, and as we use these strings, I reckon we get, you know, maybe 1 million people knowing that these are my official strings and my official bows. So anyone who steals this, firstly is a dick, and secondly, you're not going to make anything from it. It's not like, hey look, I'm selling NUSensei's famous strings. Because obviously you stole it. Because these aren't being sold anywhere. If you want to buy strings, I recommend Grizzly Jim and Grizzly strings. That's my shout out to Grizzly Jim. Absolute legend of a guy. Looking really, I look forward to seeing more of his videos. Lock the strings up. Yeah, people start breaking still strings, running still bows. You can see Cheeseburger and Blu-ray going for like hundreds in the black market. Black market bowstrings, how about that? In the alternate universe, guns aren't banned, bows are. Heartstrings. Yeah, I missed that before. Yeah, call the charity heartstrings. I said strings for things. Heartstrings is beautiful. Okay, if I do make a charity stream where we make bowstrings, we'll call it heartstrings. Agreed, people? Yeah, that's fine. That was the plan, Typhus. I was going to make them awful, but we ended up making awesome strings. Accidentally, of course. These are really stupid knots, by the way. I'm just like tying it together. But it'll come off, like, if I move it. I'm probably wasting my time doing this, but I want to get it organized before I send them out. The strings are booby trapped. They're made from piano wire. There's like one string, like that's real, but one string is like made from piano wire. So they put their hands in, they don't have any fingers left. Or you can have like a classic like booby trap, where you have like grenades, but you have a bowstring like tying them together. And a hot dog string. What would the hot dog string be? It'd be like what, red with yellow mustard, and brown bun. How many times a week do you have to wax? Depends on how hairy your legs are. Oh, I think that's my training call. Oh, can't make it. Oh, I've got free afternoon. Well, I should be training then, shouldn't I? Right? How's that for a change? So I should be training. My training partner can't make it. Should I still go? Now I am planning on doing the state championship. So I plan to shoot on Thursday anyway. The thing is that Thursday's gonna be quite warm. At the same time, put them on a rest. I do more shooting here. It's not necessarily form. So I could go out and shoot. But I am planning the video too. I wanted to do the response video to Shadowversity. While I'm still in the mood. I got time for it too. I won't get done today. But we'll see how we go. I need to sign up for the competition as well. These are really crappy nuts. Practice anyway, there's some rest. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's on Sunday, and I'm planning to. My training days were meant to be today, Thursday, Saturday, and then shoot Sunday. Take a 1 day off wouldn't hurt. So I haven't made a proper archery for quite a while. Name arrows. That, you know, like naming arrows will make more sense than naming bowstrings, right? If you give like epic names for bows, like you name the bow itself, sure, but naming the string is pretty silly. So naming arrows will actually make a lot more sense. Whee. And finally, cheeseburger. Let's put a pink string around the cheeseburger. And talk about coming with creative ways to reuse materials. I throw out all my spare threads. But here we are, looking for ways to secure strings. We're using old thread. How about that? Heartstrings. I like the idea of the charity stream. That's going to be so challenging to do. But what a way for us to celebrate, you know, a good cause. There we go. That's a cheeseburger. So our strings are done. Our 7 club string. So once again, Barbie, cheeseburger, Night Rose, watermelon Mark II, Nightshade, Bumblebee. It's all loose. Fine. It's Bumblebee. And our newest edition, Blu-ray. Alright, I reckon that'll be it for the stream. Thank you for joining me and helping me name our last bowstring. So we'll wrap it up in around, say, 4-ish minutes. Whew, that was fun. You know, we had guys in club saying that, oh, you know, we should, you know, spread it around, don't have to do it yourself. And it's true. This is kind of like my donation to the club. apart from everything else I do. But this kind of my way of supporting the club by just, you know, you can buy these things, right? But making it yourself has a special something. If you have the time to do so, then there we go. And the chance, the fact that I've shared it with you guys has been really good. So hi for those just joining me, we're just finishing up actually. Yeah, we've made 7 strings in the past 24 hours. And we took our time, like it wasn't like, you know, I spent like a marathon, you know, making strings. I probably could. And I reckon in the long term, we'll think about doing heartstrings. Like we might do, it'll probably be doing during one of my term holidays, because I'm a teacher, so I get 2 weeks off every now and then. So it might be during a term holiday, and might spend a week just streaming string making and selling them and giving them to charity. We call it heartstrings. Am I shooting a state short range? That is currently on the books. That's why I'm planning on training today. I was thinking about it. I was meant to. My training partner is dropping out, but it might come again on Thursday and Saturday. But I wasn't ready to, because I haven't shot Olympic recurve for quite a while. But on Sunday, I inadvertently fixed one of my core form problems. That was caused by my clicker being too far back. I moved it up about 1.5 millimeters. Suddenly I'm shooting fine. I can't really say that I am going to shoot really well, but it's been a while, and we have like 4 or 5 people from the club going. So we're gonna make a contingent. Like normally it's like 1 of us or 2 of us going. We've got probably the biggest numbers going, so I reckon I'll jump in as well. Do I still play the Great War? As in Valiant Hearts? I finished that ages ago. Good game too. Actually, I learnt the title theme on piano. That's actually one of the things I wanted to live stream, was my piano, but I haven't got it set up at the moment. Do I have heavy traffic in my club? No, it's a very quiet club. Small and quiet. It is a nice day today. A little windy, yeah. Temperature's just right. I mean, Thursday's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be like 37 degrees or something on Thursday. Not too pleasant. Today's really nice, but it's kind of like a balance between, do I want to make the most of today, or do I want to have a physical and mental break? Because I had a break last time, like yesterday, but I was making strings and live streaming, so I'm still kind of mentally exhausted. And I want to make more videos today. So, you know what? I'm not going to miss out on too much. If I shoot on Thursday in hotter weather, I'll be okay. And a quick touch up on Saturday. I can shoot tomorrow too, man. Not outside, but I can shoot like indoors and just get my form up. Yeah, 37 degrees Celsius, -10 there. Sucks to be you. Yeah, Typhon, it's gonna be warm on Sunday. I mean, like last week we had like a 41 degree day or something. That's pretty nasty. But 37 is a little warm. Doable. I've trained in worse. I've trained in 4-degree heat. It's not pleasant at all. By the way, shout out to the archerology page. Lenka runs that. Really good Facebook group or page. A lot of archery inspirational messages. This is the jersey which she made, and there'll be a new release on the archerology shirts soon actually. So if you like the shirt, it's all these like inspirational stuff on it. So it's really nice. Mine's got my name back, of course. So if you're interested in that, check out archerology on Facebook. Can I play Fortnite? I don't play Fortnite. Not interested. What got me into War Thunder? I used to play a lot of World of Tanks. I loved the game because that was the only like major tank game at the time. So I love World of Tanks. Played a lot of that for a couple of years. Then I stopped playing it because I kind of grew out of it. And I felt a hunger to play a flight game. So I haven't played playing games for ages. And I played War Thunder. And as I was playing Planes in War Thunder, Ground Forces was in beta. And so I jumped in Ground Forces and I played the American M2A4 first. And I was amazed. Like it was like everything I wanted in World of Tanks. You still had that arcade style gameplay, but you had one-hit kills. Because that was the thing which kind of really annoyed me for World of Tanks, is the hit point system. I know it's competitive and it's actually quite fun to play, but for me, I felt that the hit points ruined the immersion in the game. Like, you would shoot one tank like 10 times and you just take off like 100 HP. I thought that was kind of ruined the immersion for a bit there. Whereas in Warzone, you have one hit kills. That was what caught me, was the one hit kill. The fact that each shell you shoot does critical damage by killing a crew member or taking out a module, and therefore you can't fight properly. I think that's what got me to Warzone the most. Am I going to play Monster Hunter World? No. Is that console only? Or is that on PC as well? I wasn't really into Monster Hunter, but yeah, that wasn't in the books. Okay, well, it's now 3 o'clock here. I think the questions have dried up. Thanks for joining me, guys. Again, it's been fun making all these strings which you'll see line up down here, but that's absolutely fantastic. Your contributions will be immortalized by the club, and I want to make a special video once the bows come in. I will need to make some short strings, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind having another stream where I make the 62-inch bows strings. So those are, we have like 5 left, and that will be really cool to do. So if I do so, as usual, I might make an announcement next time so more people can jump in, because this is just spontaneous stuff. But I reckon I'll be doing more of this soon. I'm supposed to pick up the string jig from the club today. So what I might spend some time looking at my my video in response to Shadowversity. We'll start planning that. If I'm in the mood, I'll film that. If I'm not, I'll train, or vice versa. So I've got things to do. Again, thank you for joining me for this live stream, and I'm sure people at the club will enjoy these new strings. So this is NUSensei. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.